they say college football is for Saturdays, but for week one, at least in this week, this time around, we got some interesting college football on Friday night under the lights. This one taking place in Waco, Texas. As in this one, we look at Auburn at Baylor. Now, there's a few things that interested me about this game. You have Baylor, who is coming off a not so good season, but came on late. You have a good coach in Dave Aranda. And you're kind of expecting a little bit of a resurgence. And then you have the Auburn Tigers. Hugh Freeze at the helm. Absolute mess at quarterback. It's a whole lot of transfers, and there's a lot riding on this year for Auburn and Hugh Freeze. So they have gone all in for this year. And their quarterback for this all-in season is Jackson Arnold. Yeah. The one that got ran out of Norman, Oklahoma. That one. And so, here's the thing. Dave Aranda, I think he's a good coach. It was just one of those weird years a year ago for Baylor. I think they're going to be bouncing back. Auburn, on the other hand, they're a poorly run program. They put a lot into this year. There's a little bit of hype going around them. I'm not buying it because I'm not buying Hugh Freeze. Truthfully, I think Hugh Freeze is a despicable human being and should be nowhere near a head coaching job, given how everything went at Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss. And then how it ended in Liberty. Yeah. And Auburn said, you know what? He's a good enough guy to lead the program because we only care about wins. Yeah. You ain't getting those wins, bud. So, I think I've already shown my hand a little bit, but, let's look at this. So, with Baylor, you have a senior transfer, Kobe Prentice, from Alabama. He's come to Baylor. Probably decided to go the education route. Nonetheless, you got Sawyer Robertson at quarterback. He had a very good year. He came on strong late last year. And you would expect another year into the program, another year to really get a grasp of what Dave Aranda wants to do. With that being said, Baylor, they could end up being very good this year. However, this game is not a be-all, end-all for Baylor. Their only goal is winning the Big 12. You don't have to beat Auburn to win the Big 12. Now, because in the Big 12, yeah, you kind of want to have that non-conference win and hope for a wild card, but to only really guarantee yourself in as a Big 12 team is to win the conference. And Baylor, they're capable enough to do that. They got the coach. If Sawyer improves, he can do it. And you have... I'm going to read off the classes of the offensive line here. Senior, senior, junior, senior, junior. And then you have a senior at tight end. You have a senior at quarterback. You do have a third-year sophomore at running back and a junior at running back. And Bryson Washington and Dawson Pendergrass. And then the wide receivers, all upperclassmen. You got a lot of transfers. Dave Aranda's a good coach, a good enough coach to make everything mesh in. So, this could be a very magical year. And then on defense, you got quite a few. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 transfers in the rotation on defense. Listed first on the depth chart is 4 of them. Nose tackle, Adonis Freelux from Tulane. So he's coming from a good program. You got Emarius Winston from Oregon. Again, a very good program. You got Ravion Barnes from Florida International. Okay program. And then Matthew Fobbs White from Tulane. So, they're bringing in good guys from good programs. And that is a very, very healthy mix for Baylor. The offense, really only one transfer that's going to be a major player, Kobe Prentice from Alabama. So, Baylor, they got a nice little team going on here with a good coach. And then on the other end, you have Auburn. Eric Singleton Jr., the junior transfer from Georgia Tech. He's come in. You have Xavier Chaplin. He is from Virginia Tech. You have Xavier's the left tackle. Then you have the right tackle, Mason Murphy. He is out of USC. And then, obviously, the quarterback, Jackson Arnold from Oklahoma. Now, you do have quite a few upperclassmen. You got the left tackle, the junior, Xavier Chaplin Jr., Wade Dillon Sr., the left guard, Connor Liu Jr., Jeremiah Wright, fifth-year senior, and then Mason Murphy is a fifth-year senior as well. So, you do have a lot of experience, should be able to give Jackson Arnold time to throw. So, it's really going to come down, as most games do, who can get pressure on the quarterback. Now, with Robertson Sawyer, his rushing stats last year, they weren't blow the doors off great. 3.7 yards per rush, 230 yards. So he's one of those that could very well be mobile in the pocket. And then with Jackson Arnold, we got very, very identical numbers, except he rushed for a lot more times at 3 yards per carry. So, who can get to the quarterback? What quarterback can make things happen? Now, when you look at, where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Now with Auburn, or with the ESPN match predictor, it has Baylor at 51.8. Then Baylor, they finished off the season, last season, beating TCU, beating West Virginia, beating Houston, beating Kansas, and then losing to LSU. Auburn, I don't think they even made a bowl game last year. Uh, Lost to Vanderbilt and Alabama coming down the stretch, getting the upset win over A&M along the way. So, this, as far as Baylor goes, it's not an important game to win outside of the normal important reasons to win. It's not going to kill their Big 12 championship hopes by any stretch of the imagination. Now, Auburn, on the other hand, should they lose this game, it does not get easier because it's the SE freaking E. Here, SE freaking C. Because then you got Ball State, South Alabama. So, couple easy knocks. And then at Oklahoma, at A&M, Georgia, Missouri, at Arkansas. Then you got Kentucky. Then you got at Vanderbilt. And then you get Mercer for some reason. And then you have Alabama to close it out. So if Auburn wants to go bowling anytime soon, they're going to have to win this game. Because they're not beating Oklahoma. They're not beating A&M. They're not beating Georgia. They're very unlikely to beat Georgia. Missouri is going to be a tough ask. At Arkansas is going to be a tough ask. Kentucky is always tough. Vanderbilt this time, they're tough. Alabama, tough. So you got Mercer, South Alabama, Ball State. There's your three. There's your three freebies. You got to find a way to get three more out of the schedule, and it's got to be Baylor. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's got to be Baylor. Auburn, this is a must-win for them if they want to go bowling. So, I mean, we'll give them Georgia because I think I think I gave them Georgia. We'll give them Vanderbilt, maybe, and then Kentucky. So, I mean, you're gonna have to have a couple upsets here along the way if you want to go bowling. And with Jackson Arnold at the helm, Hugh Freeze with his questionable abilities to run a program the right way, it's going to be rough. It could very well be, once again, rough sledding for Auburn, who has put so much into this year. Now, Baylor, on the other hand, if they lose, they do have a tough game at SMU, and then they get Samford. Tough one against Arizona State. Oklahoma State, that's a toss. Tough one against Kansas State. And then you get TCU, Cincinnati, UCF. Got the tough one against Utah, Arizona, Houston. So, they got a lot more winnable games than what Auburn does. They will almost undoubtedly go bowling this year. So, yeah, it's and shout out for Baylor playing two tough non-conference opponents in Auburn and SMU. So, good for them. Wish the SEC would do the same thing, because I mean this Auburn team plays Mercer in late November. So, yeah, but the SEC is too hard. It's too tough. It's too difficult. Even though they're going to a 9-game schedule, so that works. But anyway, so Auburn is a 2.5-point favorite on the road in Waco. Baylor, they got an older team, a little bit more experienced. If you may have already guessed, I'm taking Baylor to win this one. And I'm going to say it's going to be somewhere in the ballpark of they got 57.5 as the over-under. I mean, I can see 30. I can see 31-14, 38-21, somewhere in there. I don't expect this game to be one of those down to the wire, oh my god, what's going to happen type games. I think Baylor is going to be able to take control early and just kind of keep control of it. Maybe not so much blow them out, but I don't foresee Baylor losing control of this game. So, and Baylor is one of the teams that I have in my parlay. So, if you want to question my uh my confidence, I do have a little bit of change riding on the Baylor Bears in Waco in a Big 12 SEC Friday night fight. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is Hildreth Media. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you all in the next one.